So today we're going to play some chess, accompanied by some raw knowledge about the subject of research practice. Okay, so let's play King E5. So, what is research? Simply, it's a process of just asking questions, finding the answers, and then evaluating the answers. Now, there are a total of two methods to find the answer, these two being quantitative and qualitative. Okay, let's just go here. I'll defend it. Okay. Now, quantitative research is basically to find information that is not audio or text, but rather data and numerical format. Let's just go here. The queen is defending. And within those data, we can basically understand the patterns or similarities of the differences between those data, and then we can gain an understanding within those data. So after finding the similarities and patterns, we can create our own assumption of what the data is, and then we can find our own answers. Now with qualitative research is to basically find information that's not numerical or data. I was trying to attack that pawn right there, but that doesn't really work out. But it's by not just by data and numbers, but rather understanding a point of view. Oh, okay, that's just a queen hand. By understanding the point of view of the person that we're interviewing, and to understand their perspective, their context, their situation. Okay, that's a bad move. That's basically a blunder, a pawn. And to by seeing these concept understanding is to create is to and then we can theorize our own conclusion based on these perspective that we gain from the interviewees. Now we can gain quantitative research data by doing surveys or MCQ surveys, and qualitative research is while doing interviews or group discussion. Now we have, of course, the pros and cons of these things. And pros of qualitative research is much more detailed, much more specific, knowing much more context of said situation and graphs, just a general better idea of what's the person perspective. And also we can add follow-up questions to understand more. And for quantitative research, it's much more concise, much more easier to decipher and find patterns between the data. It's much more easier to summarize and organize the information. It's also much more time saving. It's not as consuming. Now, of course, there's also cons to each of them. So qualitative research is time consuming. It takes a lot amount of effort, and it's also a very high risk method to depend on. While quantitative method, it's not as specific and clear as qualitative, much more generalized, and can't add, follow-up questions. Ooh, he's checking me. Alright, that's fine. Let's just block it. And that's a problem. So I do have an example here that I've seen. Oh, actually, that's a pretty good move. Let's just chase away the rook. And I've searched it up, and I've seen an example where they're trying to find Wattpad. It's basically a platform where people can post their own stories that they made. Can be used as for literary studies, and they both, in this situation, they use both quantitative and qualitative to see is Wattpad a way to signify the importance of digital social reading and readers' comments in the margin. So in this situation, they use quantitative by knowing the data on the numbers of readers and fan fiction posted on the platform, while qualitative we know by the interviews on the writers on their platforms and how they interacted with their readers and user opinions on the platform. So now we're kind of done with the whole thing, so I'm just going to continue my chess game. It's just going to go here. We'll finish it quickly, I promise. Should be easy enough. We can then go here, checking him. If he does go here, that's a big mistake. Oh, he doesn't. Doesn't matter. That's a blunder. I'll tell you, that's a blunder because I can also check him by sacrificing my bishop, and I can go here. Right. And then I can go here. And if he eats, I can just checkmate him right here. So thank you for listening to my presentation, and thank you for also enjoying my little chess game. Well, talking about research practice. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm talking this at 2 a.m. Good night.